We got some OTS representation in the crowd tonight. On Friday Night SmackDown, you love to see off the script international. Gotta love it. Got the best fans in the world, man. I wish I could say the same thing about SmackDown. SmackDown seems to be the worst show of the WWE bunch. They're at the bottom of the barrel next to AEW Dynamite. Oh, man. How many of you guys are going to be triggered after that comment? SmackDown is largely, and I mean largely, Lizzo largely unimportant. The only thing that matters on this show is Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. The WWE Championship. Outside that, I'm finding any reason to fucking care, man. This whole fucking month, I'm struggling to find a reason to care about anything. It ain't me. It ain't me. Anyway, maybe I'll feel a little bit better when we get to the beer garden and I have myself a nice cold beverage. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, guys, that's exactly where we're going. We're going to the beer garden. I got my cold beverage on tap. Hopefully you guys got the same. And when I park the Stang and walk in, I want to know on this Friday night, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown post show for June 14th, 2024. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Friday evenings, wherever you may be. Man, oh man. I can't wait to see all of the anti-WWE brigade, the AEW elitists, chime in tonight. JD, he's a shill. He's a Triple H mark. He's paid by Paul Levesque. I openly criticize both companies when rightfully deserved. Always. I've remained true throughout it all. I don't sugarcoat anything, man. You don't like what I have to say? Tough shit. Tough shit. WWE on Friday nights specifically is getting a little bit more difficult to digest. I don't really care about anything on Friday night, and I'm not here to make excuses about who's out and who's missing and who's not on TV and all this other nonsense. SmackDown is fucking boring. It really is. And I don't want to sit here and shit on the whole show because there were some parts about tonight's show that I did enjoy, but I gotta be honest with you guys, really, from a fan's point of view, from me who has done this for several years and has watched the WWE product from the lowest of lows to the middle of the road to the highest of highs, this show is fucking boring. There's nothing on this show I care about outside a handful of things. Seriously. They opened the show tonight with Naomi and Chelsea Green. It's a go-home show. The fuck do I care about Naomi and Chelsea Green in the open of the show? You want to get me excited about the pay-per-view? You open the show with something I legitimately care about, not Naomi and fucking Chelsea Green. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. It is bottom-of-the-barrel garbage. Then we go on, and on the same show, we get Nia Jax versus Mia Yim. Who cares? And then the match lasted 1 minute. Mia Yim has been on NXT more than she has been on the main roster, and she's wrestled more this year alone on the last several episodes of NXT than she has on Friday nights. Why the fuck is she even on television if all you're going to do is give her 60 seconds of television time? Shit is fucking garbage. Like, I get Nia Jax is the #1 contender. I get Nia Jax is wrestling Bayley, because Bayley ain't losing the championship tomorrow afternoon. She's wrestling Bayley at SummerSlam. Fantastic. Fantastic. Can we do something else with Nia Jax that maybe is a great follow-up to her winning Queen of the Ring? Who gives a shit? Then we get Apollo Crews and Santos Escobar. All right. I'm a big Santos guy. Where has Apollo Crews been for the last 4 years? Probably longer than that. I'm being generous. Where the fuck has Apollo Crews been since he got called up from NXT? Let's be a little bit more real. He's been in catering with Cedric Alexander and Ashante Adonis and Baron Corbin and all the other guys for the last 5, 6, 7 years now. How long has he been there? This guy is absolutely ice cold as anybody in recent memory on WWE. Now they're trying to weasel him onto television and pretend like he's been there the whole fucking time. Let me tell you something, man. You keep someone off television for that long and you give him nothing but losses, nobody is going to fucking care about Apollo Crews. No matter how good Apollo Crews is. And he's great. I'm struggling to give a single fucking shit about anything Apollo Crews does. And you got him in there with Santos Escobar. But hey, at least Legato Del Fantasma isn't feuding with another Mexican faction. They leveled up. Baron Corbin hasn't had a fucking match outside one, right? Has he had one match since being drafted over from NXT, being moved back to SmackDown? One match. Where is he? What is he doing? Fucking lazy. Absolutely lazy. Get this guy out of the chat. RJ Famous, get him out of the chat. What the fuck is this spam? Get the fuck out of here. Gotta look over at the chat and disrupt my rant. Meanwhile, I see fucking geeks spamming the chat. Get out. I'm going to be honest with you guys about the main event. Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. All right. I'll give you that. They're waiting and waiting and waiting until Jimmy Uso gets back and Roman Reigns gets back, and maybe we get Jey Uso coming over from Monday Night Raw to play a part in this Bloodline versus Bloodline civil war. I gotta be honest with you, man. I am fucking tired. I am so tired of the same retread over and over and over and over again. How many times do we need to see a main event on this show? Let me start here. A main event on this show that does not include a fucking title or a top program. Why does it always resemble what I saw week after week after week after week? No matter who's running the fucking show, it feels like fucking Groundhog's Day on this show. I don't want to see another Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens match. I don't give a fuck if Randy Orton came back or not. I don't give a single solitary fuck. I am done. I'm done. Wake me when Roman returns. Without Paul Heyman, this Bloodline 2.0 shit is in the fucking garbage. And Tama Tonga has been a great addition to the Bloodline. I think he's been fantastic since debuting with the WWE. But outside that, I couldn't give a single fuck. Wake me when Roman Reigns comes back. Wake me when Jimmy Uso comes back. Wake me when you finally introduce Jacob Fatu and inject some fucking life into this dead program on Friday night. Wake me when Randy Orton is not battling the Bloodline and we're developing some fucking story on this show with Cody Rhodes. LA Knight. Let's start with the good. Or let's go to the good. We started with the bad. Let's go to the good. LA Knight and Logan Paul. They're clearly leading you to a United States Championship match. Fantastic. When, where? I don't know. Could be at Money in the Bank. Could be at SummerSlam. We could get a 2-match program out of it. I don't know. But Logan Paul was legitimately in a Tetris competition. I thought this was all fucking troll. There is a real thing out there about national Tetris fucking competition. I didn't know about that. They showed this guy, they videoed this guy at the fucking Tetris competition in California somewhere. And here I am thinking it was a fucking joke. So they filmed him. He left. He got back home to Puerto Rico. And he walks outside, and in his pool is LA Knight sipping a cold beverage on a floaty. And he's just laying there, lounging there. No punches were thrown. He gets out of the pool. He's like, hey, man, I waited for you. I listened. Listen, I'll be in Chicago next week. You bring your United States Championship. I'll see you there, man. Yeah. See, that's good television. That's good television, man. LA Knight has got a thing, man. You piss him off and you dodge him, he'll show up at your fucking home. You gotta love it. He showed up at AJ's home. Now he showed up at Logan's home. It's good stuff. Speaking of AJ and Cody Rhodes, nice face-to-face tonight for the go-home for their WWE Championship match tomorrow afternoon at Clash at the Castle. Good stuff. Good dialogue. Cody's intensity. I Quit match taking place tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Had some controversial takes on Tuesday Night Titans with me and Solomonster. I enjoyed it. Outside that, literally, and I mean literally, nothing else I care about. DIY is supposedly going after the tag team championships. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Apparently they're teasing a breakup of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who wants to see them broken up. I don't know why you would break up a tag team after splitting the fucking titles at WrestleMania. And I don't know who's clamoring to see babyface Austin Theory. Who wants to see that? I know I don't. Why do we need to see babyface Austin Theory? His team with Grayson Waller is probably the best thing that's happened to him creatively on the main roster since he's been here. Outside that, this show sucks. If you enjoyed SmackDown, God bless you. If you were in attendance tonight in Glasgow, Scotland, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. From what I watched, this was a fucking waste of my night. I could have been doing anything else. Yet I opted to watch SmackDown because I have to be here for you guys. If I didn't, I would not have watched SmackDown. Largely unimportant. And I wish I didn't have to sit through this show tonight. It didn't do anything to get me excited about tomorrow afternoon. And I pray, I'm telling you guys this right now. The WWE summer lull is nothing new. WWE going on autopilot for the whole summer is nothing new. We had to sit through some really offensive summers with Vince McMahon in charge. And I swear to God, I'm giving it till after Clash of the Castle. Supposedly, we got some big plans coming up. And I'm not going to judge the product completely for the duration of the summer based off what we've been given so far. I understand that there's injuries, and I understand that there are people off of television right now for one reason or another. I get it. But the WWE's better than that. Just like the years of old, they're relying on the tried and true. They're relying on the old guard. Oh my God, Roman Reigns is not on television. What are we going to do? The sky is falling. Oh my God, The Rock, he's not going to be back till next WrestleMania season. However, will we fucking cope? Charlotte Flair is off of television. How are we going to humanize everyone? Jimmy Uso is off television. How are we going to tell a Bloodline story? So on and so forth. The WWE Summer Blues are nothing new. If you are now all of a sudden realizing that WWE programming is all of a sudden boring, this is nothing new, man. I've been here in the trenches for fucking how long now? Talking about this shit every fucking year. It's been a lot worse than what we're getting now. But I'm going to give it till after Saturday. Supposedly Monday, we're getting the Wyatt Six, supposedly. Vignettes, or at least a glimpse of who the fuck is in the group. Drew McIntyre is back on TV fully. CM Punk is probably going to be on the show tomorrow night in some way, shape, or form. He's going to be back on television full time. Then after that, we got SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. Gunther's going to be the new World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins will be back on television. Rhea Ripley will be back on television. I hope all of these things naturally happen and we get at least some of the summer salvaged. Because right now, nothing seems important. You can sit there and give me a Chad Gable, Sami Zayn storyline. That's great. It's great. And they've done a fantastic job with that. Braun Breaker's been a fucking standout on Monday night. Ilya Dragunov, standout. Great stuff. Liv Morgan and her story with Dominic Mysterio and what's going on with the Judgment Day. That has been excellent stuff. But it's very difficult for me to find anything like that on Friday night. There just isn't. And stop blaming Triple H. Stop. He's not innocent in everything. But I'm going to give him at least a chance. And then I'm going to go nuclear. After Saturday, if we don't start to see shit pick up, I'm going to fucking start blaming him and his entire administration. Because this shit is getting out of hand. This shit is boring. If you enjoy this shit, then your standards are fucking as low as anything. With this roster and with this type of leadership, we should not be getting the level of shows that are this boring. Seriously. Something needs to be done to shake up the establishment. Something needs to be done to elicit some fucking excitement here, man. I can't sit here on a Friday night and waste my fucking life with this fucking boredom. It's boring. They did nothing to enhance the show tomorrow night. Nothing. Oh, yeah, we sold 11,000 seats at $700 a pop. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I pray to God that Triple H knows what the fuck he's doing after Clash of the Castle. I swear to God. Because I can't take this shit anymore. I can't. WWE's boring. AEW is fucking absolutely clueless. Clueless. Don't get me started on them. They're just as boring. Literally no life outside MJF on that fucking program. Up and down, 5 hours of television. You got one guy who's the most exciting thing in the entire company. Will Ospreay is another one. But what are they doing with him? We're going to wait till Clash at the Castle. We'll see what happens after Saturday. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night, man. We're going to try and get through this post-show the best that we can, honestly. Because I can't wait to get the fuck off of here and hop back on my PS5. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Got a light audience on a Friday night. Goes to show you how fucking boring SmackDown is. Upward Source 1500 live right now. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for a goal tonight of 750 likes. If that's doable, please hit that thumbs up. I don't really ask you guys for anything, but hitting the thumbs up helps me out tremendously. Because it tells YouTube, hey man, I like this stream. I like this content creator. Let's push him out to everybody else's recommended feeds. Yeah, LPJ, I just want to play Destiny, bro. You got a problem with that? If you got a problem with that, I could tell you where you're going to end up, honestly. You'll be out of here quicker than I could fucking breathe. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. Hopefully you guys are still here. Go check out all the other content on the channel. There is plenty of it. Monday, we were live for the Monday Night Raw post. Go check that out. Tuesday Night Titans, episode 52. Great discussion there with myself and the Solid Monster. We did a great breakdown of Clash at the Castle. Preview and predictions. Make sure you guys go check that out. Probably the most fun episode we've had so far in the Solid Monster era. Make sure you guys go check out everything else you might have missed on the homepage. If you missed any of the content that the channel has provided you. And super chats are open. Get them on in, and we will hang out, like I said, at the end of the show. As always, right here on OTS. Sponsored tonight by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout for your free sample. All you got to do is pay the $5. Shipping and handling. SmackDown tonight. Let's start at the top. Chelsea Green. Go-home show for a major pay-per-view. And we're starting with Chelsea Green. We're already off on the wrong foot. Chelsea Green made her entrance with Piper Niven. Naomi's in the ring already. Bayley is out there as well in Naomi's corner. Bayley very over in the international markets here for WWE. Everybody wants to be with Bayley. Apparently everybody wants to be Bayley's guy. Great. Join the line. Get in line. She don't want none of you. Chelsea Green then made her entrance with Piper Niven. Green had a microphone. She said that the hometown heroes have arrived. I didn't know Chelsea was from Scotland. Learn something new every day, man. I didn't know Orlando was very similar to Glasgow. Green said the crowd was going to get to witness two crushing defeats. The first will be tonight when Chelsea beats Naomi, and the second will be when Niven beats Bayley tomorrow and becomes the new WWE Women's Champion. Sure thing. Sure thing. I got a better chance of getting a date with Mina Shirakawa than Chelsea Green beating Naomi. and Piper Niven beating Bayley. One-on-one match here. Naomi versus Chelsea Green. Nothing overly offensive. Crowd was very mild, honestly. They were more hot for Bayley, honestly, than the competitors in the ring. So we go and pick it up after the commercial break. Naomi ran the ropes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she landed her signature split onto Chelsea Green. She makes the cover and gets a 2 count. So after that, Green went to the outside and Naomi went for a splash. And Green cut off Naomi with a big punch. We went to a commercial break. Show returned. Chelsea Green was working the very fundamentally sound WWE chinlock. It's what they usually do to slow the match down. Naomi fought out of it. Devastating maneuvers, that chinlock. Only to have Chelsea Green regain control quickly with a ugly-looking clothesline. Green ran at Naomi. Naomi got a leg up for a kick. And then they get back to each other. Trade shots back and forth. They battle back to their feet. Naomi hit a big springboard kick. Followed that up with a suicide dive on the outside. Naomi went to the top and landed a crossbody on Chelsea Green. Back in the ring for a 1, 2, and a kick out. Naomi on the second rope now. Chelsea Green ripped Naomi off the second rope by her ankle and followed up with a shotgun drop kick off the top rope. That was good enough for only a 2 count. So Green hits Naomi in the back of the head and covered Naomi while getting her feet on the ropes behind the referee's back. Bayley was on the outside, saw this, and shoved Chelsea's feet off the ropes to stop the cheating. That led to some words between Bayley and Piper Niven on the outside. Meanwhile, Naomi took advantage of this because Chelsea was distracted, countered a Green move into a bridge and a flash pin. 1, 2, and 3. Naomi gets the victory over Chelsea Green. Great. Chelsea Green, in the promo that she cut, I don't know if this is going to play into the split that we could be seeing at a future later date, but Chelsea Green said that when Piper Niven beats Bayley, that they will be the WWE Women's Champion. Interesting. So are we going back to the Eva Marie days? Everything that Eva Marie did, or everything that Doudrop, I should say, back then, because that was her name, under the Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon era, Doudrop, everything Doudrop did, Eva Marie took credit for. So when Chelsea says they will be the WWE Women's Champion, I interpret that as, well, no, you're not, and stop trying to leech off of somebody's big moment. Again, I don't care. WWE is running out of options in the women's tag team division. Jade and Bianca have nobody else left but themselves. And the act of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven is the drizzling shits. It sucks. I'm sorry. If you're mildly entertained by Chelsea Green, you have the humor of a fucking 4-year-old. Ridiculous. She's so much better than what they're presenting her as. She's so much better than what we're getting in the ring. I thought Chelsea Green is the hot mess on NXT or on the Indies, whatever she was doing in TNA, Impact. That's the Chelsea Green that I need to see on WWE television. This shit is fucking garbage. I will say, during Chelsea Green's intro, they now have piped in Samantha Irvin permanently to do the overdub, the voiceover for Chelsea's theme song. It's Chelsea Green. That's great. It's great. Nice touch. It's probably the most over thing about the whole Chelsea Green act. Moving on. Bayley is not losing the championship, by the way. Bayley and Piper Niven. Hopefully they are given some time. Hopefully the crowd in Scotland tomorrow afternoon welcomes Piper Niven very warm. But Bayley is not losing that championship. No way. Bayley could lose the championship going into SummerSlam against Nia Jax, but Bayley's not losing to Piper Niven. And what has Bayley done with this women's championship since she's won it at WrestleMania? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. WWE Creative, again, dropping the ball on Bayley. I don't know why it's so difficult to come up with some story. We have writers. How many of you exist? I get that Triple H wanted to do something cool for Piper Niven. Hey, we're going to put you in the women's championship match in your hometown in front of your friends and family. Fantastic. Nobody believes she's going to win. They'll try and make it believable. But what have we done with Bayley and the women's championship? Has there been anything of substance since she's won the title? Even that, when she won the title, felt flat. Everybody saw it coming from a mile away. And the feud with Damage Control didn't really light the world on fire either. Fucking feud was empty before we even got started. Now Bayley's title run is boring, just like everything else on this show. She feels absolutely like a non-factor, unimportant. But what are we going to do? I dare WWE to book anybody on this show like a true star, not named Charlotte Flair or Bianca Belair. It is truly impossible for them to book for anybody else if you're not Charlotte Flair or Bianca Belair. It's pretty fucking sad. Bianca's been a mainstay on Friday night, and Charlotte, unfortunately, is injured right now. But when she gets back, she'll probably end up being the fucking world champion without even wrestling a match for the last 9 months. It is so difficult for this fucking company to book anybody else unless it's Becky or Charlotte or Bianca. It is fucking sad. Sad. I hope I'm wrong. Seriously. Liv Morgan ain't lighting the world on fire in the ring either, but if I was to compare women's champions, Liv Morgan's actually coming off better than Bayley is. And she ain't even wrestling. She's in something far more interesting. Bayley's in nothing. A dead cold match with Piper Niven. The only reason why Piper Niven's on the show is because she's Scottish. What is she doing at Money in the Bank? And Nia Jax. I doubt she gets through Nia Jax. Nia Jax has been pushed to the fucking moon. You could see where they're going with that. Creatively inept. Even still in the women's division. You'd think things change with Vince being out. Apparently not. We got a video recap of Apollo Crews being attacked by Legato Del Fantasma last week. All of a sudden, Baron Corbin's in the back with Nick Aldis. Corbin's there saying he appreciates the opportunity and said he got himself right in NXT. Really? You got yourself right in NXT. When exactly was the WWE draft? In April? Last week of April, first week of May, right? It's now June 15th. Baron Corbin has had one appearance on Friday Night SmackDown, but he got himself right on NXT, right? So right that they used him once in 2.5 months. Love to see it. Legato Del Fantasma arrived and interrupted his meeting with Nick Aldis and asked Corbin if this was charity time. Corbin questioned them. This is not charity. You question me again, I'm going to kick your ass. Aldis says he would catch up with Corbin later. Aldis said that Legato was fined for their actions last week against Apollo. No number amount was given. Depending on Apollo's status in the company, it was probably for a piece of tiramisu cake in catering. He said that next time it will be much worse. Oh, boy. Oh, man. So let me tell you something. The tiramisu is top tier for Titus. You don't want his blueberry cobbler. Apparently, it's not up to standard. Just saying. Santos Escobar asked about Crews. Aldis said that Crews is cleared to compete. Escobar said, oh, yeah, that's great. Well, I'm going to fix that. He told Aldis to let Crews know he would wrestle him tonight. Great job. Chat's asking, where's Giovanni Vinci? I have no fucking idea. Maybe he's trying out for the new James Bond movie. Maybe he's off on a remote island in Italy somewhere drinking a glass of Chardonnay. I don't fucking know where the fuck he is. Where is he? Where is Giovanni Vinci? Is he shopping for a new Rolex? Is he buying a new Lamborghini? Where the fuck is he? Where is he? I don't know where the fuck he is. Where's Dijak? I don't fucking know. These are solid questions. Where is Vinci? Where is Dijak? Man, oh man, with all the injuries and all the fucking missing talent on both shows, you would think that they'd use somebody like Dijak, right? They showed a video package on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair flexing their muscles. Fantastic. Glad I wasted my Friday night watching a video package on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair flex their muscles. They're defending the tag team championships, the women's tag team championships, against Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. And a riveting stuff, I know. Salamonster and I discussed that there is a high probability that Triple H could do a title change tomorrow afternoon for the women's tag team titles. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire sitting right next to Apollo Crews and catering for most of their main roster stay. They could walk out the new tag team champions. Now, he said it, and he went over a very heartbreaking story about Alba Fire. And I believe a car crash took her mother's life, I believe, is what he was stating. Now, she's from that part of the country, and she's in the tag team title match. She's going to have friends and family and relatives sitting by ringside watching her. There's a high probability that Triple H could do the title change. Now, he also said this, because we both believe that Bayley is going to retain the women's championship. Piper Niven is also in this situation where she's wrestling. She's from Scotland. She's in the women's championship. She ain't winning. Drew McIntyre more than likely is going to walk out as the WWE champion, or maybe not, depending on how CM Punk plays this out tomorrow afternoon. There is a high probability that Drew McIntyre doesn't win the WWE championship. Who knows? So if Triple H goes into this show and none of the hometown crowd get a Scottish native to win a championship or win a match tomorrow, what type of homecoming is this? Honestly. I could see Damian Priest retain the title. I could see Bayley retain the title. And then Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, I could see them win the tag team titles because they don't necessarily have to pin Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. And then they'll just run the match back at Money in the Bank. Who gives a shit? It's the tag team titles. Why not? Why not shake things up a little bit? You know? Grayson Waller. He's standing there with Austin Theory, his tag team partner, and one half of the tag team champions. Austin Theory asked where all the plants were, the greenery. Waller said, not even fake plants can live in Scotland. They can't even grow them here. Waller let the crowd know that he can't understand their chants because he speaks English. The crowd booed. Waller introduced DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So Waller and Theory sat at the table in the ring. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano got in the ring, and there was only one chair for both of them. So Ciampa threw the chair out of the ring. Waller said the chairs were expensive. They can only afford one. Ciampa said he understood the game with only one chair for two of them. Ciampa asked what Theory was doing there, if it was the Grayson Waller effect. Waller says that it would have been too expensive to change all the graphics. He says he had the show long before he was in a tag team. So you see what they're doing here. You see what type of game WWE Creative is playing here. They're trying to create this illusion that DIY is trying to convince Austin Theory that he doesn't belong here, that he's too good for this, that Grayson Waller is just using him. And they mentioned that through the first couple of moments of dialogue here. Well, why are you sitting here? It's the Grayson Waller effect. Why is your name not on the graphic? It says Grayson Waller. It doesn't say Austin Theory. So they're trying to create some dissension between the tag team champions. He says he had the show long before he was in a tag team. Waller says they're a team now, and he would take a bullet for Austin Theory. He said Theory took a shot for him last week, and he would do the same. Gargano questioned Waller, and then threw the big screen to some footage from last week on SmackDown. They slowed the footage down, and it showed Waller pulling Theory in the way of a Gargano dive on the outside. Waller says that wasn't the real footage. It was AI generated. Great. He says it isn't taking advice, or he isn't taking advice from Tommaso Ciampa. Why am I going to take friendship advice from someone like Tommaso Ciampa, which is a throwback to what he did to Johnny Gargano back in the black and gold days? Nobody wants to be on Tommaso Ciampa's bad side. Don't cross Tommaso Ciampa, the Sicilian psychopath. So Waller says they didn't show that I actually won the match last week, because he did beat Johnny Gargano. It was actually a pretty good match, too. Waller says that's what he in theory do. They win. Ciampa put over the crowd and says they didn't come to watch Waller's talk show. Ciampa said the crowd came to see a fight for the tag team titles. Ciampa said the match should be tonight. Gargano asked Theory and Waller what they thought. Waller says they would defend, or they would not defend the titles in a place like Glasgow. So Waller said DIY is trying to drive a wedge between both of them, and it will not work. Gargano said DIY is coming for the tag team titles. Gargano said everyone is sick of hearing from Waller, and they want to hear from Theory. Gargano says they go way back a long time, and he's always believed in Austin Theory. Gargano told Theory that Waller is using him and that he doesn't need Grayson Waller. Waller then attacked Gargano and took him down. Ciampa took down Waller in revenge. Theory beat up on Ciampa. Waller saved Theory. Gargano went for a super kick, but Waller clearly pulled Theory in the way. Waller escaped, and Ciampa took down Theory with a big knee. Ciampa and Gargano posed with the tag team titles to end the Grayson Waller effect. WWE is continuing to tell you that they are potentially splitting Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and I thought it was actually going to happen when they took the belts off of them. But apparently they're teasing that with them as the tag team champions. I don't really know why. But Theory, apparently the vibe that I get is that they may be teasing Austin Theory all of a sudden waking up and realizing that Johnny Gargano was correct and Grayson Waller is using him, and we're building towards a split and then an Austin Theory babyface run. Now, there are a couple of people online, I posted this on Twitter, who wants to see a babyface Austin Theory run. I don't think I want to see it. I'm not ready to see it now anyway. The majority of the people said that it's probably what's best for him at this point. I have to ask why. Why? WWE has enough babyfaces. Why do we need Austin Theory to be a babyface? How many babyfaces on this show do we actually fucking need? If there's one thing we need on this show, it's a fucking heel, not babyface. Grayson Waller is not the type of heel that I want to see build himself up right now away from Austin Theory. You know what works for them? Them as a heel duo. Austin Theory working as a babyface on this brand is not going to work. What the fuck is he going to do? We already have LA Knight. We have Cody Rhodes. We have Kevin Owens. We have Randy Orton. We have the Street Profits. We have a lot of different babyfaces. And what exactly is Austin Theory going to do if they turn him babyface and he's solid in the mid-card? By this point, LA Knight's going to be the United States champion, and what exactly is Austin Theory going to do? Why do we need another babyface? I don't care to see it. I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's going to work. Austin Theory's best work is with Grayson Waller. Believe it or not, they haven't done anything as a tag team. But why would you split him up to have him go babyface when he's got a good role right now with a good heater in Austin Theory and Grayson Waller together? I don't really understand it. Now, WWE could go a couple of ways here. Maybe they turn Austin Theory babyface, and maybe we get Randy Orton going heel a little sooner than people anticipated, because I do believe we're going to get Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. We could split Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, and Ciampa goes heel while Johnny Gargano remains babyface. I don't know. That's the vibe that I was getting just a few weeks back. That Tommaso Ciampa was pissed off at Johnny Gargano because they failed to win a match. I could see them do that. I don't know why we're even in the realm of talking about splitting any fucking tag teams when they split the tag team championships to create two divisions. I don't think that's really productive of WWE. Why would we split the championships only to then split teams? They're teasing a split of the New Day. They already split Imperium. They're splitting potentially Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. There was a tease of a split between DIY. You're splitting all these fucking teams. Who's left in that division to actually care about? I don't know where they're going. I really don't know where they're going. But if there's one move that makes sense, because they've failed at every other opportunity they've been given, maybe splitting Tommaso Ciampa and having him turn on Johnny Gargano was probably the best way to go. Because if you guys want to heal, you don't know what the fuck you're getting in Tommaso Ciampa. If you didn't watch his Black and Gold days, you have no idea what you're missing. That's probably the best thing to do. And it would be meaningful. Austin Theory right now, I don't think he needs to be a babyface. Tommaso Ciampa going heel is probably the best bet of them all. And again, I need to say this because I'm not advocating for it. I don't want to see any team split. But if you're going to do one, DIY has been relatively ice cold. If anything needs a reset, it's both Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Why not do that? Johnny Gargano is probably better on his own, and Tommaso Ciampa is probably better on his own. The DIY experiment has failed. How many times are they going to go after a set of tag team titles and lose? Kevin Owens was in the back. He was sitting on a production crate. B-Fab and the Street Profits walked up to him. Montez Ford said Owens has always had their back. Ford says they have a lot in common, and they all hate the Bloodline. B-Fab said they have Owens back tonight against Solo Sikoa in the main event. Great. Santos Escobar. He made his way out with Angel, Berto, and Electra Lopez. He was getting ready to go one-on-one with Apollo Crews. Before we got that, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller were in the back. Grayson Waller was still complaining about DIY. They transitioned the camera shot to Bayley and Naomi. And then all of a sudden, they bumped into Blair Davenport, who we've yet to see in a match on Friday night. Davenport said it was interesting, and she really kind of mocked Naomi about feeling the glow. I don't think anybody's feeling the fucking glow on Friday night. Davenport walked off after mocking Naomi. Bayley helped Naomi for the past couple of months. Chelsea Green, appeared and told Bayley to enjoy her jewelry because tomorrow it would be theirs. Not Piper's, theirs. Niven then splashed Bayley and Naomi against the wall in the back. Officials appeared and told Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to back off. Santos Escobar, one-on-one with Apollo Crews. This was not bad. I thought these guys worked pretty well together. I wasn't even expecting this match to take place tonight, but again, you got two great wrestlers here that are absolutely ice cold. Absolutely ice cold. Santos Escobar, after turning heel, has done nothing of note, and it was a great heel turn. They've done nothing with him. I could see Santos Escobar and LA Knight for the United States Championship at some point. I think that would be a great way to go for him. One-on-one with Apollo Crews. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this to happen, but it was pretty good. Both guys are great wrestlers. Crews started the match by attacking Escobar, landing a belly-to-belly suplex. Escobar quickly rolled outside. Crews followed him. The action spilled back into the ring and then back outside. Escobar kicked Crews. All of a sudden, Baron Corbin's music hit, and Corbin ran out because Apollo was obviously in a disadvantage here with Legato, 4 against 1. So Escobar was staring at Baron Corbin. Escobar turned around. He ran into a Crews finishing move sequence with a standing moonsault to end it. Big press slam over the top. Looked great. Beautiful standing moonsault, or whatever he calls it. I don't know if he has a name for it, but he got a cover on it, and it was a 2 count. We went to a commercial break after the standing moonsault. Show returned, and Escobar was working over Crews. Escobar landed a shoulder block and a senton for a 2 count. Escobar kicked Crews and hit a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. He kept control. Armbar. Crews started to fight out of it. Eventually landed a big splash in the corner on Santos. Crews hit 2 German suplexes and followed it up with a leaping clothesline. Crews slammed Escobar down with a big move. Goes for cover, gets a 2 count. Crews goes back up top. Escobar cut him off. Went for a superplex, but Crews countered with a big punch, sending Escobar down to the mat. Crews leapt from the top rope into a big knee from Santos. And both guys reset. So they're back up. 2 traded right hands. Crews landed a pop-up Death Valley driver for a great near fall. On the outside, Angel Umberto all of a sudden started shit with Baron Corbin. Crews goes to the top rope, and he was distracted by Elektra Lopez. She shoved Crews off as the referee was clearly distracted by Legato and Baron Corbin. From there, Santos rolled Crews up for a quick flash pin. 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar pins Apollo Crews. Wow, man, I didn't really expect us to be in a situation on Friday night where we have Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews teaming up together against Legato Del Fantasma. But I'll take it because Legato is not feuding with another Mexican faction. I don't know where Andrade is. Oh, that's right. Andrade is the WWE Twitter champion. They got poor guy Andrade sitting in the fucking crowd like a geek, waving to everybody in Scotland. He's got no spot on SmackDown. He's got no spot on the pay-per-view. They didn't continue what they did last week when Andrade was being courted by Legato and Angel was supposed to go fix it. Just took the week off telling that story. Not one single mention of it. Don't know where we're going. Don't know what we're doing. I did not forget the QR codes. Who gives a shit about the QR codes? Why does anybody give a fuck about the QR codes? The QR codes lead us to Monday. The fucking reckoning is coming. Wake me when fucking Monday comes and we see some fucking Uncle Howdy presents. Who gives a shit? 3 months of QR codes. You guys are still fucking getting excited about QR codes. Just give me the fucking reveal already. Got people trying to decipher and break this shit down. Who gives a shit? Give me the 6 people who are in the group and give me a fucking story. I don't give a fuck what's on the QR codes. I don't care. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin, man. Must see Friday Night Delight. Cody Rhodes. He's out there, and he's waiting for AJ Styles so they can have a face-to-face before the WWE title match at Clash at the Castle on Saturday afternoon. Crowd was big time into Cody Rhodes. Big time into Cody Rhodes. Sang his entrance, did the big whoa. Everybody loves Cody. They were singing, "Oh, Cody Rhodes," or whatever they were doing. Chanting Cody's name in a sing-along. Cody Rhodes is in the ring with a microphone. He said he made the mistake of thinking Styles was actually going to retire a couple of weeks ago. Rhodes said, no one wants to be that guy that overstays their welcome. Didn't he feel that way in AEW? Isn't that why he left to come back home? He overstayed his welcome. Or maybe he was driven out. Or maybe he realized that it was a sinking ship and he wanted to abandon ship. It's probably more likely. That Styles is starting to look like that guy. I don't think so. I'd actually like to see more of AJ Styles. Crowd sang along for Cody Rhodes. Rhodes posed for the crowd because they were so loud. At this point in the show, WWE had a fucking sound meter in the bottom left. If you watched SmackDown tonight, they had a sound meter in the bottom left corner of the television screen to record the decibels of sound that the venue tonight was making for Cody Rhodes during this segment. WWE now breaking out the soundometer for the international crowds because they got to pump something else up, and they got to hype something else up, and they got to brag about something else. Look at how loud our international crowds are. It's fantastic. Great shit. You know they're going to be loud. You don't need to throw it in everybody's face. I dare WWE to break this thing out. Break out the soundometer or whatever the fuck you call it. Break it out when next time you go and visit Little Rock, Arkansas, or Des Moines, Iowa, or Bumblefuck, Wyoming, or middle of nowhere fucking Swampville, Missouri, or Kansas City. Break it out in one of those fucking towns and see what us American crowds really show you as far as the soundometer. It'll be in the fucking negatives. Because every time they go to fucking Little Rock, Arkansas, you could hear fucking crickets chirping in the distance. People are fucking pondering how they're going to be raising their chickens tomorrow morning instead of watching professional wrestling on a Monday night. Here's the thing. Let's break it out in Corpus Christi, Texas on Monday. See how loud they are. Ridiculous. Yeah, WWE, they don't expect to get flamed for a fucking stupid decision like that. Hey, man, let's break out the soundometer and record the sound decibels of the loud international crowds. I dare you, break it out. Break it out in fucking Little Rock. I dare you. Please. Rhodes said that Styles has been given the impossible task of making Rhodes say the words, I quit. AJ made his entrance. He's out there with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Styles had a mic, stopped at the ramp. He didn't even get in the ring. He says it was easy to get Rhodes riled up. Styles said all he had to do was pretend to retire, and Rhodes lost his cool. The crowd, you barely at times could hear AJ Styles speak because the crowd was so loud. Obviously, the soundometer recorded at being near 100% crowd. Sound decibels here. Rhodes X Styles, why he's so far away? That's a good question. With the sound of the audience, I could barely fucking hear him, and probably the same thing for Cody Rhodes. Rhodes told Styles to leave Anderson and Gallows behind and face him like a man in the ring. Styles started to speak, and the crowd chanted for Rhodes again. Styles turned and said something to Anderson and Gallows. Styles made his way to the ring. Crowd was cheering and getting more loud for Cody. Styles entered the ring and stood face-to-face with Rhodes, and Styles says, they are nothing alike. He says it took him 17 years to climb the ladder to get to the top of WWE. He says that WWE welcomed Rhodes with open arms and couldn't wait to make him a star. Styles said that when things got tough, Rhodes quit WWE. Styles said that Rhodes also quit New Japan Pro Wrestling. Rhodes also quit Ring of Honor. Styles then said Rhodes helped start a company and then quit there too. Clearly, they didn't mention AEW by name, but they always allude to AEW. Styles says that Rhodes can't handle the pressure. Styles said that when the going gets tough, Rhodes gets going. Cody then says he's made some big decisions in his career. Says he walked away from WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and somewhere else. AEW. Clearly, you will never hear those three initials stated on a WWE programming, but we all know where he came from. Rhodes says he's never been afraid to chase something better. He says he's never quit. He gambled on himself, and he was right. Rhodes says if he had quit, he wouldn't be the WWE champion. Rhodes says he idolized Styles his whole career. He said Styles was honorable, but he quit on himself. And then he pretended to be Mark Henry for the night to get a championship title rematch. He said Styles had to pretend to be Mark Henry. Love it. He said that Styles has become a resentful coward, and Rhodes will make Styles say, I quit. Styles says it's natural for Rhodes to say these words. He says he can't quit being phenomenal, though. Styles says he put his body on the line night after night. He then says he's done when he says he's done. Styles also says he knows it won't be easy. He saw Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell with a torn pectoral muscle. Styles says that Rhodes won't be in the ring with Seth Rollins. He'll be in the ring with AJ Styles. And he will do whatever it takes to be the WWE champion. He also says he's going to beat Rhodes so badly that it will be a gift for Rhodes to say, I quit. They've done a really good job. I wish WWE put at least a fourth of the effort into everything else. I mean, this is not breaking any boundaries here. This is not lighting the world on fire. It's not the most must-see feud in WWE all year. And it won't be by year's end. But they've done a very good job of building the consistency, the fluidity, and the heat for this match. When we first saw it at Backlash, where it was just random, thrown together, no heat, WWE got very lucky that Cody and AJ 1 took place in France in front of that audience that made it as memorable as it was. If that match took place here in the States, in Little Rock, Arkansas, I don't know if we'd be wanting a second match between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. It was a match that was thrown together because they had no fucking plan, and they were in the middle of a draft, and AJ made the most sense for a top opponent right out of the gate for Cody Rhodes. That is a fact. I'm not using it as an excuse. That's just the way that WWE set their show up. There was nobody else. WWE then took Cody from that, beat AJ, and forwarded him into the king and queen of the ring. A lot of people were wondering, well, why didn't they do AJ and Cody in Saudi Part 2? I'm glad they didn't. They opted to go with another match that was randomly thrown together, which has people questioning Cody's title run already, which is a fair assessment. Honestly, I don't blame any of you. AJ thrown together, Logan Paul thrown together. Even though both matches were really good, there's no story there. The only reason why we got Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes in Saudi is because Saudi requested Logan Paul. You know why Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul was booked for King and Queen of the Ring. Don't be stupid. We know why. Is there a story? No. But you know where they are and where the show is taking place and why they did it, no matter if there was a story or not. That's the Saudi 101 booking situation. Throw somebody in there with a huge social media presence and who's a bigger star and that audience is going to want to see and pay money to see. Logan Paul fits the bill. On a brand that includes Roman Reigns, who's out, and everybody else who's the top star who's out, there's only one man that made sense. They're not going to do Cody Rhodes versus Bobby Lashley in Saudi Arabia. They're not going to do Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in Saudi Arabia. They're going to do Logan Paul. He's legitimately the only big name they have outside of Cody Rhodes. CM Punk is hurt. McIntyre was hurt. What did you expect them to do? I get it. No story. There was no story from AJ and France. There's no story with Cody and Logan in Saudi. But now there's a story between Cody and AJ. They built you something. So they went to Logan and then go back to AJ. I like it. At least they tried to make sense of the match at Backlash. And they did a retread. Yes, they copied themselves. It wasn't as memorable. It didn't come off as great as the one Mark Henry did on John Cena. But I liked it because they built a dialogue. They built a scenario. They built a scene and they played it out. AJ lost to Cody. AJ lost to Randy in the King of the Ring first round match. AJ is feeling lost. He doesn't know what to do. He played it up for weeks that he's directionless. He's lost. He doesn't know where he's got to be. He doesn't know what he's going to do next. So they built it up like he was contemplating retirement. And they played it out. He retired on SmackDown 2 weeks ago, and it ended up being a fake retirement to get Cody's attention because he didn't want to work his way from the back of the line all the way to the top to wrestle Cody Rhodes in a rematch. He's too old for it. He's too impatient for it. He doesn't have time for it. So he did what a heel would do, and he played the babyface. And now we're getting a match out of it because he suckered the babyface into being mad and angry and wearing his heart on his sleeve, and he forced Cody into a rematch when realistically, AJ Styles doesn't deserve another rematch. They did a very good job of building this match. It's legitimately one of the very few things on this show I actually care about. Now, going into Money in the Bank, what are they going to do with Cody Rhodes? I have no fucking clue. No clue. Maybe we get a third match, which brings us to tomorrow night. Cody Rhodes will wrestle AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. It's on the line in an I Quit match. It is very easy to think that, well, AJ Styles is not beating Cody Rhodes. I think everybody's got AJ Styles losing tomorrow night. You would not be wrong in saying that because that's the way WWE has built both guys up. Cody is here and AJ's a loser. But it's an I Quit match. I Quit matches usually are saved for a blow-off of a feud. I Quit matches are usually the conclusion to something happening, a story. It's a stipulation match. WWE is going to have a very difficult time getting a third match. This is why I ask, what is Cody Rhodes doing at Money in the Bank? He's not missing Money in the Bank. It's another international show, Toronto. They'll be in Canada. It's going to be a big night. Money in the Bank is considered one of their big 5 shows. You're not going to be having Money in the Bank without Cody Rhodes on the bill. He will be on the show. What is he doing? Are we getting another one-off match? Are we getting another thrown-together match with no story? I don't want that. You don't want that. We don't need it. Cody certainly doesn't need it. So there's a third match in the works. I don't know. I hope there is a third match because it would make sense. But how do we get a third match if Cody wins and makes AJ say, I quit? I don't know. I have no clue. This is why I said on Tuesday when I was live with Solid Monster, when we went over the Clash of the Castle predictions, because we both asked, if we get a third match out of it, how do we get it coming out of an I Quit match, and how do we get it if Cody wins? So I threw it out there. It's a hot take. It's a controversial take. Some people might not like it. But what if Cody loses to AJ Styles tomorrow afternoon and we get some unpredictable fucking chaos and WWE does the unthinkable and takes the WWE Championship off of Cody Rhodes? At least for 3 weeks. At least. Before you know it, we're going into Money in the Bank. WWE has done this countless times throughout the years. The biggest injustice of this type of booking was when Edge cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase inside an Elimination Chamber match and beat John Cena. He was the WWE Champion for 3 weeks. He then wrestled John Cena again at the Royal Rumble and lost the WWE title. John Cena won it back. I thought at that time that was ridiculous booking, but it was a hot shot booking decision that really injected some life into an otherwise flat show. They put Edge over and shocked the world. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's needed. Is it ideal for Cody to come out of WrestleMania and already lose the championship this soon into his title run? No. But I don't know how many of you are wanting to see Cody Rhodes from WrestleMania to WrestleMania retain the WWE Championship through a 12-month period. You're already getting tired of him. You're already getting tired of Cody Rhodes. Don't lie to me. Some of you don't want him as the champion. Some of you wish that Roman retained. So why are you questioning me thinking outside the box here? Would you rather Cody go into Money in the Bank and not be there? Would you rather Cody go into Money in the Bank and wrestle somebody like Bobby Lashley, who doesn't matter? Or would you rather WWE shock the fucking system for at least 3 weeks, rock Cody's world, take the title off of him, put it on AJ? What are they doing? How could they do this? What is AJ going to say? 3 weeks is all I'm asking for. Then they can build to a first blood match, a steel cage match, last man standing match, bull rope match, whatever the fuck you want to do. And Cody wins it back. Cody as the champion is not really going all that well. It's not partially, or I'm saying it's partially his fault, but not totally. It's mostly WWE creative. They don't really have anybody on Friday night, and they're just in a waiting period. They're in a holding pattern, waiting for Randy to get ready, Roman to get back, The Rock to get back. But if I had the pen, I'm booking Cody Rhodes to lose the WWE title tomorrow afternoon and put it on AJ Styles, at least for 3 weeks, only for him to win it back. Now, JD, it's an I quit match. How do you reckon they say I quit for Cody Rhodes? The last time we saw an I quit match, it was Edge and Finn Balor. The Judgment Day were feuding with Edge. This was, I believe, what show was it? It was in October at some point, right? Before their Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 39. It was that fall before WrestleMania 39. Forgot the name of the show. Fastlane, maybe? And Edge said, I quit because Beth Phoenix got involved. And he said, I quit because they were basically torturing Beth Phoenix. Now, I don't know if this is going to come into play. And I don't know if she is going to come into play. But Cody's mother is going to be in attendance tomorrow night. Or tomorrow afternoon. Liam Clark, get out of the fucking chat. I'm on WWE's payroll. Let me tell you something, you fucking retard. I've been shitting on this show all night. On what fucking planet do you get I'm on WWE's payroll? Because I liked one aspect of the show? Your fucking mother is on my payroll, and I'm having her do things that, let me tell you something, man. She's living up to every fucking penny. Shut your fucking mouth. Cody's mother's going to be in attendance tomorrow night. I could have remembered this week I saw Cody photographed with his mother. If Cody's mother is in attendance tomorrow night, I'm looking for AJ to do the most dastardly heel thing. And that is do something to Cody's mom that forces him to say, I quit. Yes, it would be a retread and a rewrite of what they did with Finn Balor and Edge when they already did that with AJ and Mark Henry. I get it. But what other option do you got? You don't have many right now. So again, I ask. Cody wins and goes into Money in the Bank against A, nobody, or B, a random opponent with no heat and no feeling and no emotion. Or you do plan B, AJ walks in to Money in the Bank as the champion and we get a rematch with Cody Rhodes. But the finish has to be elaborate, emotional, and absolutely worthy of heel for AJ Styles. How, what, where, when, why? Every other question you want to ask, how we get there, I have no idea. But this is why WWE employs 30 writers. I'm sure one of them can come up with something unique and different and emotional. If I have the pen, I'm booking AJ to win the WWE Championship, because God fucking knows this show needs something unpredictable to energize it, because right now, it is fucking lifeless. Kathy Kelly. She was in the back with B-Fab and the Street Profits. They started to speak, and Tama Tonga and Tangaloa appeared to attack them. Officials appeared to pull Tama and Loa off of the Street Profits. Solo looked on. He smirked and walked away. Michin. She went one-on-one with Nia Jax. Why this was on the show, I don't know. If you got up and went to go get yourself a beverage in the refrigerator and came back to your couch to sit down to watch the remainder of the show, you missed the entire match. It lasted 60 seconds. Why waste my time? But I thought things were going to change, Paul Levesque. I thought the women's division was going to be better, Paul Levesque. I thought the 60-second matches were the Vince era thing to do, Paul Levesque. Why are we getting 60-second matches on SmackDown? If this is the extent of using these women and bringing them to Scotland for this, why the fuck did you even fly them over there? Why did you waste company funds to fly these women over there if all you were going to do was give them 60 seconds? You wasted not only their time, you wasted everybody who watched this shit and their time. Jax wins with a bonsai drop. Kevin Owens came out of the trainer's room. He said the Profits won't be able to have his back after all because they got attacked. Owens says he's facing the bootleg Bloodline, and he's done it before, and he'll do it again, all alone. They showed a video package of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark going into the tag team title match tomorrow night. Baszler said they're going to win the women's tag team titles tomorrow. Sure thing. Sure thing. It's always great to strive and reach for the stars. We got a video package on Logan Paul. He was legitimately at Tetris World in the Tetris World Championships. I thought this was a fucking troll. Logan Paul says he lost to a bunch of 14-year-olds, but he's going to get back to beating WWE superstars. So they showed Logan Paul leaving and then arriving at his house in Puerto Rico. Beautiful home. Somebody, one of his friends, one guy in his entourage told him his friend from LA is here to see him and he's waiting in the pool. Logan's like, my friend from LA? LA? So Logan Paul walked outside and lo and behold, LA Knight was in the pool. Yeah. Paul told LA Knight to get out of his house. Knight got out of, he was on the phone, by the way. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was on the phone and had a drink in his hand, and he's on a flotation device. Looked like he was on a donut. One of them inflatable donuts in the pool. And he got off the phone. He gets out of the pool. He grabs his shirt. He grabs his slippers. He grabs a towel. And he gathered all this stuff. LA Knight started to leave and said that he wanted to have a good time with Logan Paul. So he shut up. You've been dodging me. I came to find you. You never return my calls. LA Knight says he would show Logan Paul a good time in Chicago next week. Logan Paul said LA Knight went too far by showing up at his home. Don't piss off LA Knight, man. She will show up right at your front door. I don't know how he got Logan Paul's address. I don't know what type of internet sleuth LA Knight is, but don't piss him off, man. Carmelo Hayes. He was in the crowd. Spotlight was on him. Hayes asked what he just watched with LA Knight. Hayes said that Knight flew all the way to Puerto Rico just so he could swim in Logan Paul's pool. Hayes says that Knight thought he cooked with that Aladdin comment. I don't know exactly what he said. Let me see if I can find the Aladdin comment that he said. He mentioned something about Aladdin. I don't know what he said. That he just appeared like Aladdin out of nowhere. So Carmelo Hayes is like, yeah, he thought he cooked with that Aladdin one-liner, but it was trash, just like him. Hayes said some guys will do anything for clout, and LA Knight has been begging for an opportunity. Hayes says that opportunities chase him, and he says he has a chance to qualify for Money in the Bank next week in Chicago. Hayes says he's going to win and be one step closer to being mellow in the bank. It's got a nice ring to it. But sad to say, Carmelo Hayes is not winning Money in the Bank. He could very well win it. WWE's very high on it, but I don't think they're going to give it to Melo. Again, I could be wrong. I think Jey Uso is going to win Money in the Bank. He called him a hillbilly assassin. A hillbilly Aladdin, not assassin. I'm thinking of something else. A hillbilly Aladdin. Yeah, it was kind of weak. Kind of weak. I don't know if it was trash, like Carmelo Hayes said, but it was kind of weak. Bloodline is in the back. Solo's walking out to the ring with his entourage and the wise man. They bumped into Nick Aldis. Aladdin said that based on what we saw, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa are barred from ringside. Aldis says if he sees either one of them, they are all suspended. Paul Heyman went up to Solo and said, listen, if you lose to Kevin Owens, you lose the leadership position with guys who don't respect leadership to begin with. Solo said that Heyman is wrong. He says that if he loses to Kevin Owens tonight, he is going after Paul Heyman. Solo walked off. Heyman looked scared. And Heyman continues to be the one bright spot in this entire angle for Bloodline 2.0. He's played everything that he's in perfectly. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They make their entrance out to ringside. Jackie Redmond was on the stage waiting for them to interview them. She welcomed them home. Fire said that tomorrow night they're going to make history in Glasgow. Dawn says they didn't come all the way home just to come home. She says they're going to win the titles at Clash at the Castle. At this point, there was an OTS VIP in attendance, and right behind Jackie Redmond, there was a clear shot of an off-the-script sign in Scotland. Love to see it. I retweeted it on my social media account on Twitter. If you guys want to go check that out, make sure you go like the tweet because OTS is international, and I love to see it, man. Love the energy from the OTS family. Great stuff. JD, did you see Jeff Hardy return on TNA? No, I didn't, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why any of that would be important to anybody. Clearly, it's like modern-day Hollywood, man. They're just redoing and rehashing shit that they did over and over and over again. I don't care about Broken Matt Hardy. It was funny when he first did it, and then it became unfunny. And now Brother Nero is back. I don't care. I don't care. All it shows, honestly, you want my thoughts on it? All that it shows is that Tony Khan did not want anything to do with the Hardy Boys. Now, I don't blame Tony Khan because Jeff Hardy was a liability and a huge one at that. But you mean to tell me that Tony Khan could find absolutely nothing for Jeff Hardy to do? Again, all it shows you is that AEW is moving in a completely different direction. And Jeff probably didn't want to be there. The only reason why he joined AEW was to be with Matt. And now Matt's in TNA and he wants to be where Matt is. Great for him. Great for him. TNA's got a working relationship with WWE. We could probably see the fucking Hardys in NXT for all we fucking know. Who knows what we're getting when we get a Worlds Collide, because you know that's where they're going. Thank you to my guy who held up the off-the-script sign as well. Thank you. Solo Sikoa makes his way out to the ring. The Bloodline is barred from ringside. No Street Profits in KO's corner as well. I will say, the main event, though I've seen it 1,000 fucking times, and I don't really care to see it again, it was not a bad main event. I thought Solo held his own here. Kevin Owens is a miracle worker. He brought Solo Sikoa to a damn good main event. But that's all I could say, man. Outside this, I genuinely don't care about the match. I just want to know where we're going with this Bloodline story and when the next chapter is going to be. I feel like we're on the same chapter and we haven't turned the page yet in weeks. What are we doing and what are we waiting for and what's next? Clearly, Solo needs to look strong. Clearly, Solo needs to win. Randy Orton was nowhere to be found for weeks. He shows up here and helps Kevin Owens thwart off the Bloodline. Kevin Owens loses. He had to lose. Solo cannot lose. Being the tribal chief, you cannot take a loss. Owens ran around the ring and took Solo down with a clothesline. Owens climbed to the ring apron, came off with the splash, and he's in control ahead of a commercial break. We go to commercial. We come back from the break. Owens is in control. Owens charged Solo in the corner. Solo rolled to the outside. Owens tried to follow Sikoa out, but Solo took him down. Solo tossed Owens into the ring steps, took control. He then slammed Owens on the steps and kicked away at him. He gets back into the ring. Owens rolled back in, and Solo came over to deliver a big headbutt. Solo is on the offensive here, and Owens fought back with some punches. Solo took Owens down and made a cover for a 1 count. Solo took Owens into the corner and started beating away on him. Owens was slumped in the corner. Solo backed off. Solo then charged and hit the running Uso splash in the corner. Solo pointed at Owens and stared down at Paul Heyman. Solo backed off and charged at Owens again. This time Owens moved and then took Solo down with a big DDT. Both guys were down in the ring. They got back to their feet. They traded shots back and forth. Owens landed a big kick, followed up with some punches and kicks. Took Solo down against the ropes. Owens clotheslined Solo twice, but he didn't go down. Owens came off the ropes again and took Solo down with a big clothesline. Owens then climbed back up to the top rope. Solo cut him off. Solo climbed up to join Owens up there. Solo sets up for a superplex, but Owens fought him off. Owens landed some punches. Solo dropped to the mat on his feet. Owens grabbed Solo and delivered a big tornado DDT off the top rope. Owens quickly goes over to cover and gets a 2 count. Owens went for a kick, but Solo blocked it, and he hits a big Samoan drop on KO. Solo made the cover, 2 count. Solo then lifted Owens to his feet, sets up for the spinning Solo. Owens got free. Owens landed a series of super kicks and then a cannonball in the corner on Solo. He then climbed to the top rope and came off with a swanton bomb. He quickly makes a cover and only gets a 2 count. Solo then went to the apron. Owens followed. Owens set up for a power bomb, but Solo reversed into a back body drop, and Owens landed hard on the apron. So from this point on, we get Owens, after he's on the apron, he gets back into the ring. He hit a stunner, and he looked like he was going to win, but Heyman put Solo's leg on the rope for a rope break because he needed to do something. If Solo was going to lose, he was going to come after him. So Heyman was on the outside and behind the referee's back, quickly put Solo's leg on the ring apron after a stunner. So Owens rolled outside, confronted Heyman. Owens looked like he was going to suplex Heyman on the commentary table, but Solo showed up with a Samoan spike. Solo rolled Owens back into the ring and hit another Samoan spike, which got Solo the win on KO. 1, 2, 3. After the match, the rest of the Bloodline finally ran out because they couldn't be out there while the match was happening. Otherwise, they'd get suspended. So after the match is over, they ran out. It was a 3-on-1 attack. And Randy Orton's theme music hit. Randy Orton ran down to make the save, which included a draping DDT on Solo and an RKO on Tangaloa. Owens and Orton hugged, and the show ended with the Bloodline standing in the entranceway as Owens and Orton stood tall, even in defeat of Kevin Owens. And that was your go-home show for Clash at the Castle on Friday Night SmackDown. Again, nothing new to report, man. Nothing new to report. And I wish I could tell you more, but SmackDown, again, largely boring. Hey, guys. Hey, JD. Sorry I'm late. It's just I was watching other videos of other people, so are we near the end or this is the start? Because I seriously didn't need to be later. Any answer, please? Well, it's not my fucking fault, wrestling god, that you came here late. Maybe you should have been here at the start of the fucking stream. Maybe you should open your fucking eyes and look at the little countdown timer on the fucking bottom of your screen, and it'll say, started streaming so-and-so minutes ago. You wanted your 5 seconds of fame? There you are. Stop asking stupid questions, and I won't treat you like a fucking retard. I'm in no fucking mood tonight. SmackDown sucks. So for all the fucking anti-WWE fucking AEW elitists, oh, JD doesn't go hard in on WWE. Maybe you should reference this fucking video and this podcast today. I don't go hard on WWE. I'm sick of the boredom. I'm sick of the laziness. When AEW fucks up, you're going to get me telling you they fucked up. When WWE does it, you're going to get it there too. And when it's good, you'll know. SmackDown is largely the same shit. Nothing new. Hopefully it changes after Money in the Bank. Or hopefully it changes going into Money in the Bank and it changes after Clash. We got to get better television. Got to get better television. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night. Appreciate you guys very much. We're going to get into these super chats and then get the hell out of here. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go check out all the other content on the channel. There is plenty of it. All on the homepage if you need anything from the channel, including Wednesday's Dynamite post show and Tuesday's episode 52 of Tuesday Night Titans. Tonight's show sponsored by Blue Chew. I'll tell you what, man, you're not going to be having any I Quit matches like Cody and AJ at Clash of the Castle if you guys get started on some Blue Chew, man. No I Quit matches here. Only all-night matches. Tonight's show sponsored by Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, code JD. At checkout, all you need to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Blue Chew is a unique online service that provides the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, and it comes in a chewable tablet, and it comes at the fraction of the cost, man. You guys can take them anytime, day or night. Be ready. Plan ahead. When that opportunity arises, you're good to go. And the process is very simple. You're going to sign up at BlueChew.com. You're going to consult with one of their online medical providers. And once you are approved, you're going to receive your prescription within days. No questions asked. No awkward conversations. No waiting in line at the pharmacy. No visits to the doctor's office. Blue Chew is prepared and shipped to you directly, made right here in the USA. So if you guys can benefit from that extra confidence, don't know why you wouldn't give Blue Chew a try, man. I'm telling you, there's not going to be any I Quit matches here. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. All you need to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Once again, I want to thank them for sponsoring the podcast right here for the SmackDown post. Right here on Off the Script. Please hit that thumbs up, guys. Let's try for 750 likes tonight live. Hit that subscribe button down below and follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Let's get into these super chats. Michael Krause with the $2 super chat. Good Friday, JD, NOTS family. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody. If you guys are watching the show and you are a father, no matter if you have kids of your own or if you are a fur baby father, happy Father's Day. Kratos, I'm going to check that out, man. If you have any recommendations, brother, if you have any because I love Deadshot or Deadfall from the Void Hunter class. It carried me through all of last season. Orpheus Rig and Deadfall, man. Hunter. I need a good class for that. I'm not a big fan of Celestial, Nighthawk, and Golden Gun. Though I am very familiar with the class setup for sure, but I need something Deadfall related. I can't seem to find it. Michael Krause, thank you, brother. D Bastardo, my guy Bastardo, with a $5 super chat. JD baby, Dynamite review was great. Nothing in wrestling gets me excited except for Tony Storm and friends. Hope you're doing okay, brother. I'm doing all right, man. Could always be a little bit better. Let me ask you guys something, man, for my Destiny 2 players out there. Why do I see content creators using a one-shot golden gun on the sniper, man? I thought it was 3 shots. Why do I see one shot? I see people one-shotting with the sniper doing 600,000 damage. Why is that? Am I doing something wrong? Because every time I long press square, I'm only getting 3 shots out of it. I see people doing one huge shot with it. Is there a trick to this? Zero or Kratos, one of you guys can tell me. Bastardo, I wish, listen, man. I'm alive and breathing, brother. Could use the change of scenery, man. I got the summer blues. Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. Bloodline 2.0 versus Randy Orton and KO. And who at Money in the Bank? Michelle, listen, I thank you for being here. I genuinely don't care. I genuinely don't care. Tony Brown with a $4.99. Other podcasters interview wrestlers only tell you. Tony Brown says, only other podcasters interview wrestlers. Only you tell the truth, JD. That's why I'm here. Tony, thank you so much, brother. Listen, they could go to Scotland. They could interview whoever the fuck they want, man. The views when they are live matter to me the most. When these people show up live, they have 0 audience. When I show up live, I do bigger numbers than them all. Except for tonight. Friday sucks, and everybody knows it. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I didn't know that. So you have Still Hunt doing one shot, one powerful shot, and then you got Golden Gun on top of that? Jesus Christ, man, that sounds OP. I might have to set something up with that. Listen, I still have to do the new exotic mission, man. I haven't done Prismatic at all. I need to get the exotic or a good exotic class item. Tried to do the fucking mission with Jesse yesterday, and he was at fucking... Guy can't read fucking symbols the right way, man. Gold Standard with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Tony. Gold Standard with a $5 super chat. SmackDown was great tonight, proving how great WWE is. Unlike AEW Dynamite, which could not get 709,000 viewers on Wednesday, AEW needs a booker. Gold Standard SmackDown was not great tonight, and WWE is not great right now. It's fucking boring. Derek with 22 months. Leaves me a cheer emoji. Thank you, Derek. Oos, how you doing, brother? A real legend with a $10 super chat. JD, I've had to do one of the hardest things ever today, and that was bury my fur baby, Archie. He was the sweetest little cat. Can I have all of the OTS family prayers? This has been killing me all day. Love you all. Legend, I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. Thoughts and prayers to you and your family, man. I know I'm going to eventually have to go through with that with mine. But if you guys want to leave Legend some prayer emojis in the chat, send him some love, man. That is an awful situation. I would never wish that pain on to anybody. Stop using the NBA as an excuse for AEW's failing ratings, man. Last year, they were doing 800,000 plus. This year, they got 681,000. Stop using the NBA Finals as an excuse as if it's the first year the NBA Finals are taking place. They take place every fucking year. There is something off with the show. The interest in the show is fucking down. The creative sucks. Stop making excuses. Jack Glancy with the $5 super chat. The crowd made me proud to be Scottish. We made the show somewhat entertaining, but even we couldn't save most of it. You guys were the best part of the show, Jack. Black Wolf Inc. with a $5 super chat. Rumor has it that Jacob Fatu's record is interfering with his main roster debut. Should he instead go to NXT so he can build momentum first? OTS for life. No. Him being arrested has nothing to do with his debut. He signed to the company. And whatever he did, he was 18 years old. Alucard. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for stopping by, man, with a $50 super chat. This show was garbage. I had more fun with the AEW cultists crying about The Undertaker's comments about Tony Khan not being a real leader. Tell me where he's telling lies. Bro, that's how fucking delusional and retarded the AEW cultists are, man. They are now aiming their hatred for life in general at Mark Calloway. Thank you, Alucard. Mr. Team Bringer with a $1.99. What's better, Xbox or PlayStation? PlayStation. A wise guy with a $4.99. Hey, JD, I'm getting back into Destiny anyway. Could I get your PSN or Discord trying to beat some raids? Wise guy, the Discord is only available for channel members only. And I do not just hand out my PSN to anybody, man. But I appreciate you getting back into Destiny. It's my favorite game. M. James 2000 with a $5 super chat. Def Rebel is just embracing the memes at this point. Chelsea's new intro to her theme was hilariously bad. What theme song is the worst to you? Shayna Baszler's is fucking awful. When I hear Shayna Baszler's theme, it legitimately makes me feel depressed. Jeffrey says, when Baydala was your partner, you called everyone virgins for caring about ratings. What changed all of a sudden? Nothing. What I get by talking about the ratings is seeing everybody fucking cry over the truth. I don't give a shit what Baydala does. I don't give a shit what you think me and him did. I don't give a shit what you think of what I do now. You don't like what I have to say because it hurts your feelings. You don't like what I have to say because I'm upfront and honest and I make sense. You don't like it? Go watch somebody who's gonna fucking blow smoke up your asshole. I don't give a shit. I want good television. You're not getting it right now. And every time it's not good television, I'm going to let you know it's not good television. I haven't changed my fucking stance on that in 10 fucking years. All of a sudden, it's now a problem because we can't mention how bad AEW is, man. For fucking years, I mentioned how bad WWE was. Nobody said a fucking word. You all looked at me like I was fucking crazy. Now look. Now look. Bradley Robinette with a 199 TNA against all odds was badass. That's great. Who gives a shit? I don't watch TNA, nor do I care. Do they have a great roster? Sure. Love Josh Alexander. Love Mike Santana. Love Sami Callihan. Speedball is great. Jordan Grace is great. Don't care. Mr. Team Bringo, the 199. What is the best era of wrestling for you in WWE? NXT Black and Gold. Jack Lancy with a $10 super chat. I think AJ is going to do what The Rock did to Mankind in their I Quit match. So Cody loses. But he didn't actually say I quit. So that can lead to a final match at Money in the Bank, which Cody wins. I thought that was lame then, and I think it's lame now, Jack. Honestly. The Joker's voice with a $10 super chat. Feels like Levesque has been handing the pen to Pritchard on Fridays. Calls for a double Jameson. Davenport being wasted. Where is Stratton? Keep it up. OTS is simply the best. Thank you, Joker. It does feel like Pritchard's got the pen on Fridays, man. I will say that. Lisa with a $5 super chat. Take me back to the days of the OG bloodline of Roman, Sammy, Uso, Solo, and Heyman. We didn't know how good we had it. Great review tonight as always, JD. Thank you, Lisa. Hollywood Guy with a $2 super chat. Andrade needs a massive push and a title win. Their extent of creative for Andrade is him sitting in the audience, waving to the crowd like a bunch of fucking idiots. He was out there. Cedric was out there. The Pretty Deadly guys were out there. Great. It's great creative they got over there. Lewis with a $10 super chat. What's up, Lewis? Great show like always, JD. Always looking forward to the GOAT of the IWC. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you very much. David M. We got to give David M a round of applause, man. David M with a $100 super chat. I've said from the beginning, Cody was better as a chaser than as the champion. Reminds me of HBK's first title run, 1996. Very unmemorable. JD, you're cool with me. David, you're fucking cool with me, man. You're sitting VIP. Whatever the fuck you want to drink, brother's on me. Absolutely. Thank you very much, man. Cody is a better chaser. That's why I said, let's take the title off him for 3 weeks. It's not gonna really hurt him at all. Why not? Sue with a $5 super chat. Raising my drink to you, JD, because you're the only one who tells the truth about all wrestling shows being boring. Thank you. My armless Palmer. OTS for life. Those armless Palmers, Sue, are fucking delicious. They are very expensive, though. I guess it's a 19.2 ounce can. It's a lot of iced tea for about $3, $3.50. Caleb with a $1.99. I wouldn't mind seeing a brief AJ title run. Me neither. Jack Lancy with a $5 super chat. Hope Drew wins. Scotland needs some positivity after losing 5-1 to Germany in the European Cup. Closest we will ever get to a title or a trophy. You guys take soccer over there to the next level, man. I have no idea how important that is to you guys, but I'm sorry to hear that. And Brendan Watson with a $4.99. Eating my hot wings from Twin Peaks was better than this boring SmackDown. Never heard of Twin Peaks, but man, I am a fan of some good old-fashioned buffalo wings, man. Anything buffalo chicken related, man, is right up my wheelhouse. Love me a good buffalo chicken pizza, man. Love it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for all of your support tonight. We got some things cooking in the oven, man. Metalhead Forever with a $1.99. OTS Forever. Thank you, Metalhead. I'll be live tomorrow afternoon after Clash. I'll be right here. If you guys want my thoughts on Clash immediately after the show is over, right here. Deviate. You guys know Deviate, man. They've made the channel look better, bigger and better than anybody. We are working on something. They got back to me after a month of working on some new designs, man. When I tell you, I even told them today, I'm like, I don't know how you guys are legitimately, it's scary how good they're getting. We're redoing the whole intro. The whole Mustang driving in scene, it's all being redone for the year. When you see this, man, you're not even gonna. I seen 3 seconds of a clip today they sent me. I can't even tell if it's real or if it's actually fucking handmade graphic. I told them, I'm like, it legitimately looks like my car is driving on the fucking highway. Nah, but please, yeah, go ahead, man. You could go and watch whoever the fuck you want, man. Go watch Unrighteous fucking Asshole and fucking Denise and all these other fucking half-witted buffoons, man. Garbage. I'm getting out of here. Thank you. Can't wait to show you what we're cooking up. Coming soon. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And please go check out all the other content on the channel, including episode 52 of Tuesday Night Titans with me and the Solid Monster. We got some new merchandise coming out this weekend as well. New TNT merch. First ever merch for me and Solid Monster, and a new t-shirt. A highly requested one, man. We finally came up with a "What the fuck are you drinking?" t-shirt. They'll be on sale this weekend. You guys will know, man. Follow the socials. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you live right back here in the Beer Garden tomorrow afternoon after Clash at the Castle, right here on Off the Script for the official post show, man. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Clash at the Castle.